Hello everyone, this is Teripper, and today we are playing some Chivalry Medieval Warfare. I sound kind of like that guy. I'm not sure who it is, but I remember that somebody sound... Okay, kind of hurts to talk like that, actually. It's you're lengthening. I'm lengthening, not you are. Whoa there! Yeah, I'm lengthening the... That's one hell of a combo you got going there, kid. Wow, God! Okay, so, everyone, this is Chivalry. We're playing some free-for-all, and this is not a listless video. I got a recommendation a long time ago to talk about some weapons that I never really play with. And I thought I'd do a more compartmentalized version of that, rather than talk about every single one. I talk about maybe one or two a video. So, this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I don't really use much of the falchion. Which is what I'm currently holding right now. It is a man-at-arms primary, and it is... Whoa! It is a Vanguard and... it is not actually a Vanguard secondary. It's a Knight secondary. And some redeeming traits of this weapon are that it's very high damage, and it can be quick if you accelerate it. The only issue is, its range is very slow, and normally, its speed... I just said its range is very slow. Its range is very short, and normally its speed is very slow. Ooh! That was close. Also, very close. Brother. Hold on. I need to... Get burnt, mother... Oh, did he die? Please tell me he's gonna die by my fire. Damn it. So close. Oh well. Anyway, falchion. It's quite slow, but an easy way to get around that is by simply accelerating everything. Now right here, I'm not really accelerating anything. I'm just kind of derping around. That was an accelerated stab. Reverses, the best kind of accelerates. And then, of course, an accelerated stab again. Accelerated left mouse button swings, looks something like that. Turn your camera a tiny bit. Are you really... Didn't even need to. Basically, you just want to accelerate the weapon. The reason I don't use it, personally, is because I enjoy the quicker weapons. I enjoy the weapons that I can poke, 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 kill them after several pokes. I don't really mind that they don't do a whole lot of damage, ergo the Norse sword. But I mind that they are quick. That is a big thing for me. And the problem is, like, I feel like if I can't get a certain number of strikes out in a certain period of time, then I am gonna die. Exactly. I should have been able to kill Chitty with that strike. But the falchion, it's a slow weapon, does a lot of damage, though. Main reason I don't use it is because it's slow, however. Next, we're gonna throw over to the broadsword. The broadsword is a weapon that used to be my main man-at-arms weapon, until I realized and understood the beauty of speed. Not the drug, the stat. And a lot of professional, like competitive men-at-arms prefer the Norse over the broad. But it's a strange decision to have to make, because the broadsword is moderately quick, as it is. It's got good range, better than the Norse, and a bit better damage as well. The only issue is that little drop-off in speed is, to some people, just not worth the damage increase. And so people like me go over to the Norse sword. However, the broadsword is a fantastic choice. This guy's using a Norse. You'll see that he will be attacking faster than me. He'll be a little more on his toes, but I'll kill him in 2 hits. Depending on how long I get those hits out. Stabs, obviously, are going to be the quickest attack, and if you pull those out with the broadsword, you can do a lot of work that people with a Norse may not even be able to do. Hello, Smiley. Are you going to attack me?
I've got you covered. You're welcome.
You're welcome. I meant to say thanks. Alright. All in all, it is a really good, solid weapon. Oh, goodness. It's a really solid weapon. Honestly, I would say it's one of the best men-at-arms weapons. Unequivocally. If you really don't mind the not having the absolute fastest thing, then go for it. Because it is a solid, all-around, really good weapon. I'm just not... I prefer the Norse to it. Now, I used to use the hatchet quite a bit, so we're going to skip that. The hatchet is, like, basically the axe equivalent of the Norse sword. It's fantastic. It does a tiny bit more damage with a tiny bit less speed. The war axe is weird. The war axe is a bit like the broadsword, but it's short. It does a tiny bit more damage, to my knowledge, but it's weird. It's that strange middle child where there's very little benefit for actually using it. It can be drug, kinda, sorta. It can be dragged, kinda, sorta. Oh, lordy. It can be dragged, kinda, sorta, but compared to the hatchet, that tiny little sliver of speed you're seeing, that doesn't color the whole picture in. I hate how they did the bars rather than the numbers that they used to have, or whatever they used to have in the UI. Basically, I don't use the war axe for the reason that A, it's too slow, and B, it's way too short. If you ever, like, a choice between the war axe and the broad is going to be an obvious choice for the broadsword. Because the war axe, it doesn't have the range. It's silly. I'm going to let you guys fight it out, and I'm going to burn somebody. Whoa! That hurt. So basically, all in all, the war axe is really... It's a weird weapon to pick. Why would you pick it when there's other options, like the broadsword, that you can use? I would highly recommend you guys stay away from it. The Dane axe is weird. I do not use this weapon because it's very difficult to use properly. And when I say use properly, I mean simply dragging it. And you might be thinking, how are you going to drag a men-at-arms primary? The Dane axe is the only one. It is pretty much the only man-at-arms primary that you can drag. And here's how. You drag it like any other weapon. And you can also accelerate it. It's a kind of terrifying thing, really. You can drag it very far. Especially if they don't kill you. You can drag it quite far. I'm going to try to show you guys again in a better scenario. Just by myself. Let's see. Oh, perfect. A pot. Yeah. So, I can go ahead and you'll want to alt-swing this as much as possible. Because alt-swinging adds 0.5 seconds, I believe, to the wind-up time. Hold on. Yeah. It's a pretty serious drag going on. So let me try right here. I'm definitely not as good. Obviously, as I said before, I don't use this weapon because I haven't mastered it at all. But if you are able to master it, and master its dragging capabilities, then it's a good weapon. Otherwise, you see, I can't even get out the stuff that it's worth using for. So, unless you can drag the Dane axe properly, I would highly recommend just staying away from it. Now, out of these three, I don't really use any of them often anymore, so might as well just show them off to you forthwith. I'll probably just blaze through these. So, the mace is a fantastic weapon when you're fighting against a lot of knights in a team game. I wouldn't recommend it for anything else. Free-for-all, It's not quick enough to really stay competitive in that kind of environment. Those guys are having some fun. I don't want to stop them. It's Mr. Smiley. Mr. Smiley. Paging Mr. Smiley. Does a lot of good, quick damage to knights and vanguards. The only problem is it only does damage against knights and vanguards. It's not particularly useful against men-at-arms or archers. Beyond that. Let's see here. Morningstar. Morningstar. It's a pretty intuitive weapon, really. It's long range, does a lot of damage, it's slow. Except for the poke. The poke goes poke. It goes pokety, 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 poke. And you never have to ever stop poking. Unless you really, really want to. It's a scary weapon. It's absolutely terrifying. Absolutely, metrically terrifying. So, that's more or less a description of all the man-at-arms weapons that I don't often use. Holy Water, I love it. So quick. It does a good amount of damage, especially to Knights and Vanguards, but it's quick. That's what puts it over the mace. And the Quarterstaff is the Quarterstaff. It's a broken-ass weapon. I really despise it, but it's very viable in that it's unpredictable. When you swing it, the animations are like, hey, have a staff, Mr. 10 feet away from me. It's weird. Go figure. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was somewhat helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching. As always, have a grand day, and I'll see you kind people next time.